Alright, let's dive into something that's been buzzing in the wrestling world lately, and trust me, it's a doozy. So, Chelsea Green, the current WWE Women's Interim Champion, just confirmed she's dealing with a broken orbital bone. Yeah, you heard that right, a broken orbital bone. Personally, I think this is one of those moments where you just have to step back and appreciate how wild this business can be. Wrestling is live, it's chaotic, and injuries are just part of the deal, but this one feels different. It's not just a sprain or a bruise, it's a serious injury that's going to keep her out of the ring for a while. What makes this really interesting is the timing. Chelsea just won the title, and now this happens. It's like the wrestling gods are playing a cruel joke. I mean, she's been on this incredible roll, and just as she's reaching the top, she gets sidelined. From my perspective, this is a classic example of how unpredictable this industry is. You can be on top of the world one day and dealing with a major setback the next. It's a reminder that no matter how much you plan or how hard you work, sometimes things just don't go your way. One thing that immediately stands out is how Chelsea handled the situation. She went on social media, addressed the injury head-on, and even cracked a joke about how she still looks amazing despite the broken bone. That's the kind of attitude that makes her a standout performer. She's not just a great wrestler, she's got this resilience and charisma that's hard to ignore. What many people don't realize is how much emotional labor goes into being a wrestler, especially when you're dealing with injuries. It's not just the physical pain, it's the frustration, the uncertainty, and the pressure to stay relevant. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture here. Chelsea's injury comes at a time when the WWE Women's Division is already dealing with Rhea Ripley's absence. So, you've got two of the top champions out of action. If you take a step back and think about it, this raises a deeper question. How does WWE handle this? Do they strip Chelsea of the title? Do they find an interim champion for the interim champion? It's a mess, but it's also an opportunity. This could be a chance for other talent to step up and shine. A detail I find fascinating is the estimated recovery time, 6 to 8 weeks. That's not a short period, especially in wrestling time. In my opinion, this is where WWE's creative team really needs to step up. They've got to keep the storylines engaging without Chelsea in the ring. What this really suggests is that the women's division is at a crossroads. They've got incredible talent, but they're dealing with some major setbacks. How they navigate this will say a lot about the direction of the division moving forward. Personally, I'm really curious to see how Chelsea's absence affects the dynamics of SmackDown. She's been such a dominant presence, and her absence is going to leave a void. But, you know, wrestling has a way of surprising us. Maybe this is the moment where someone unexpected steps up and becomes the next big star. What makes this situation even more intriguing is how Chelsea herself is processing it. She mentioned feeling frustrated and upset, which is completely understandable. But she also ended her message with, "World domination continues, we've just had a minor blip." That's the kind of mindset that's going to carry her through this. It's not just about the injury, it's about how you come back from it. If you take a step back and think about it, this is just another chapter in Chelsea's story. She's had her fair share of ups and downs in her career, and this is just another obstacle to overcome. What this really suggests is that her journey is far from over. In fact, I think this could be the moment that defines her legacy. How she handles this setback, how she comes back, and how she reclaims her spot at the top, that's what people are going to remember. So, here's my closing thought. Injuries are a part of wrestling, but they're also a part of life. What matters is how you respond to them. Chelsea Green has already shown us that she's got the grit and the attitude to come back stronger. And as fans, all we can do is support her and see what happens next. Because, let's be real, the wrestling world is always full of surprises. So, what do you guys think? How do you see this situation playing out? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more wrestling analysis. Catch you in the next one.